Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And it is a great morning because it is a Friday morning. It's October 20th, and it's a beautiful morning so far. It's going to be a little warmer today than usual.
And I got to watch the sunrise. I never get to work this shift
What was
anymore.
that like for you, by the way?
Okay, well, I have a toddler, so it's not like I never see the sunrise.
In case you don't know, this is Courtney Friedman.
Oh, hi, yes.
She works late shifts. She works weekends.
I do the noon with you sometimes,
every now
too.
and then, pop in.
But it's been a long time since I've done the morning shift, and I forgot how much I missed it. I don't like the early alarm, but I love being here. And seeing the sunrise was great.
And a little chill in the air.
Finally.
You don't get that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
And we won't be getting that at 5 in the afternoon, will we?
No, Courtney's been sitting there with her jacket on.
Okay, it's cold in the newsroom.
Oh,
It is cold. It is. It was a little chilly this morning, but we've already gained 8 degrees, guys. And I think the big theme today is going to be this swing in temperatures. So if you grabbed a jacket this morning, you definitely, and I mean definitely, won't need it this afternoon. Let's look at the lows. We dropped down to 57, but we're already up to 65. 46 in Kerrville, 48 Bernie Stage. And around the area, there were 40s on the map this morning. 48 Fredericksburg, 53 in Pleasanton, 54 Carrizo Springs. Here's that swing in temperatures I was talking about. So 57 this morning, yes, but 94 is the forecast high today for a whopping 37-degree swing in temperatures from the low to the high. Pretty impressive. So your KSAT 12-hour forecast hour by hour. We're going to see a lot of sun today. That helps. Dry air also helps to see those temperatures warm up. So 90 by 2 o'clock, and then 94 is our high. That is a record, by the way, if we get there, and I think we will, with temperatures dropping into the 80s this evening, 83 at 8 p.m. And the football forecast tonight, if you're heading out to those Friday night football games, a little warm at kickoff, 88. Sunset is at 6:58, so that always helps. Sunset's moving up, and halftime, 78 degrees. We do have some changes over the weekend, some rain chances still next week. We talk about that coming up in just a few minutes, but now let's get over to Stephen. Tail end of the morning commute. How are things looking, Stephen?
Justin, things are looking great over here. I honestly think a lot of people are going to be happy once they hit the roadways, and not just because it's New Music Friday on Spotify. But let's get a look here around town. 281 at San Pedro. Things are fine. Things have also dwindled down. We saw a lot of that congestion during the early morning hours, and you can see things are pretty much smooth sailing. Even if you're traveling there along 1604, I-10 at the Y, just pack those sunglasses if you're still at home. Now, the wider view of the map pretty much shows the same thing. We do see a little bit of the congestion that is along Loop 1604, and that is because there is plenty of road work taking place. We can expect to see more of that this weekend. As a quick reminder, there will be a lot of overnight work happening as part of the North Expansion project. This work does begin tonight at 9 in the evening and should finish at 5 in the morning, but it takes us all the way to Monday, October 23rd. What we're partially going to see there is a closure along the Loop 1604 eastbound frontage road through the I-10 interchange. During this time, at least one right lane will remain open, but there are other lanes that will be fully closed. You could scan this QR code. It takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. I've written up an article that pretty much breaks down what you need to know before you go, as well as other information about the 1604 North Expansion project, and a lot else happening this weekend in and around the Alamo City, so plan that commute ahead of time. Guys.
Thanks, Stephen. By the way, Justin, Courtney, very impressed with your high school football kicker.
I know. Well, what did you say?
I said he never missed.
That
guy hasn't missed in like 3 or 4 years.
He's really good. I mean, he should be in the NFL by now.
Very impressive. Here's today's 9 at 9. President Joe Biden made a major foreign policy speech last night from the Oval Office. He addressed the continued war between Ukraine and Russia and also the war between Israel and Hamas during a 15-minute speech to the nation. As the situation deteriorates on the ground in Gaza, the White House and Egyptian officials have both indicated that the first trucks of humanitarian aid are expected to cross from Egypt into Gaza sometime today.
In a news conference this morning, Representative Jim Jordan made it clear he has no immediate plans to abandon his bid for House Speaker. His announcement comes hours before his expected third attempt to win the role of Speaker of the House. The Republican from Ohio spent much of yesterday trying to coax holdouts to support his bid, but numerous members of the GOP are already talking about other options.
U.S. Army Private Travis King has been charged with desertion, among a series of other alleged crimes. On Wednesday, the 23-year-old was detained at Fort Bliss in El Paso, where he is being held in pretrial detention. In September, King was released from North Korean custody and returned to the U.S. after he willfully and without authorization crossed into North Korea.
The head of the United Auto Workers is expected to hold a Facebook Live event today as more than 30,000 members continue their walkouts against Detroit's big three automakers. Sean Fain has used these events to announce strike expansions. While some strikes continue, UAW members at Mercedes supplier plant in Alabama ended their nearly month-long walkout.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell suggesting the central bank is unlikely to raise interest rates again, at least for now. But he says while inflation is down from a year ago, it's still too high. And he says more interest rate hikes are still possible if the economy stays hot.
Existing home sales fell 15% in September to the lowest rate in 13 years. High interest rates and low inventory weighing on demand. According to data from Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 7.63%. That's up from 7.57% the week before.
CVS voluntarily pulling some common over-the-counter medications after advisors to health regulators determine an ingredient doesn't work. The ingredient in question is phenylephrine. The FDA has not ordered the removal, stressing the ingredient is not harmful.
More internet access on school buses. The FCC has voted to allow school districts to use federal funds for Wi-Fi on buses. Advocates say it'll help kids in rural areas. Opponents claim it could increase unsupervised internet use.
The ALCS all tied up. The Astros sealed the win in Game 4 with a 2-run homer by Chas McCormick. They beat the Rangers 10-3 last night. Game 5 will be this afternoon in Arlington at 4:07 before the series heads back to Houston on Sunday. And that's today's 9 at 9.
To an important health topic now, 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. October is, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a reminder to educate and be proactive with our health. For those with a family history, knowing your risks can keep you well informed. Joining us this morning is Lauren Mills, a certified genetic counselor with UT Health San Antonio's MD Anderson Cancer Center. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here with us today. So why don't we talk about how genetic testing detects someone's risk for breast cancer?
Yeah, so basically when we're doing genetic testing, we are looking for any sort of genetic mutation, any sort of hereditary cancer syndrome that can increase somebody's risk for breast cancer.
And what can we expect if we're taking that test?
So when you come for a genetic counseling visit, we'll take your personal medical history, a detailed family history. We'll educate you on the purpose of testing, what the results can be. We'll collect your sample, blood or saliva, and then we'll wait a few weeks and give you a call with your results. After your results, you can expect possibly some changes to recommended screenings.
That's great to know. I feel like the more transparency we can get, more people will get in there and get tested. But who's a candidate for this genetic testing?
Absolutely. So usually women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer under 50, women with triple negative breast cancer, or individuals who have a family history of breast, ovarian, prostate, and pancreatic cancer.
Okay, good to know. And I know we often talk about and hear about women's risk for breast cancer, but this happens in men too. So are they also at risk, and should men be tested?
Absolutely. Men certainly are at a risk for breast cancer. So we do offer genetic testing for men. And if they are at an increased risk for breast cancer, there are screening recommendations also for them.
Great. And today is National Mammography Day. I did a story on this important topic last week, and it's an important reminder to get screened for breast cancer. So can you remind us of those guidelines and how often women should get screened?
Sure. General population risk is to start mammograms at age 40 and have those annually, so every year or every 2 years.
All right. Thank you so much, Lauren Mills from UT Health San Antonio MD Anderson Cancer Center. We really appreciate you joining us this morning.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks. David, we're going to pass it to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you very much. It is now 9:07 and 67 degrees. And still coming up, Edgewood ISD parents have a lot of questions that have gone unanswered about the district's plans to close some of their campuses. Coming up later on in the show, we're going to share some of what they had to say at last night's community meeting and when the second meeting will be. We'll let you know. And we just talked about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Liver Cancer It's a major health problem, and that's what we're focusing on this month as well. Healthcare professionals are discussing it today at the 3rd Annual San Antonio Liver Cancer Symposium. Tiffany Huertas is going to join us live after the break with how liver cancer is impacting us here in San Antonio. Welcome back. It's 9/11. We were just talking about breast cancer since it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But October is also National Liver Cancer Awareness Month. And healthcare professionals from around the world are here in San Antonio to discuss new research and developments in treating liver cancer.
Our Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the 3rd Annual Liver Cancer Symposium at the Hilton San Antonio Hill Country with the importance of having this event. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. Addressing this issue here in San Antonio is so important. We know that chronic liver disease is a leading cause of death among the Hispanic and Latino population. And we have a very big population here in San Antonio. And to talk a little bit more about how this symposium is impacting our community, we have Dr. Aurora. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here in San Antonio.
So liver cancer is on the rise, where in rest of the world, liver cancer is decreasing due to good treatments for, say, hepatitis C and so forth. It's rising in South Texas, and it's pretty much an epidemic here.
What is the goal of this symposium?
The goal of this symposium is to really bring everybody together, from researchers working in the lab to surgeons, medical oncologists, to epidemiologists working out in the community, so we can all come together talking about all facets of liver cancer.
You mentioned research. So throughout the years, this continues to develop and new technology comes forward. What are we seeing with that?
Well, there are a lot of new medications in development to treat liver cancer, but we're also trying to figure out what causes liver cancer and how we can prevent liver cancer and intervene early with maybe medications in the future.
Signs and symptoms, what should we look out for?
So unfortunately, liver cancer can be silent without any symptoms, but screening is very important. There are certain risk factors like hepatitis, someone who has alcohol intake, or fatty liver, which is on the rise. And so there is liver screening that can be done regularly to catch cancer early and prevent it.
Really important information. What are you looking forward to the most these two event days?
Well, October is Liver Cancer Awareness Month, and so we're lucky to host a variety of experts from all over the country, talk to each other, collaborate, and hopefully bring more research to San Antonio.
Amazing event. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to learn a little bit more. Stick around here, and we'll bring you that story coming up on the noon show. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you. Lots of good preventative.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
And if you missed the interview about breast cancer, and that one, we'll have it on the website later on this afternoon. So a lot of great information. You need to go check it out. Look, is that the sun?
It's the sun.
Sort of blasting down on us?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little?
Just a little bit. You know, you asked me earlier, David, if I would be upset if we didn't set the record today. And quite honestly, I'd be perfectly okay busting my forecast.
I would be fine
I'd be
with
wrong.
it too.
I could be okay with that. But I have a
What's the
bad
record?
feeling. The record is 92. We're forecasting 94. So I have a feeling that we aren't going to break that record. Sorry to say.
It's only 2 degrees. Come on.
We've set enough records this year, honestly.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're over it.
We are. 95 is forecast in Del Rio. The record there is 96. So it's also in jeopardy. But yeah, 1979, that's the last time we were at 92. And I do think we'll get awful close, if not above that number today. 94 is the forecast high, 93 Fair Oaks Ranch, 95 in Divine. Numbers are hot everywhere. It is a dry heat at least, but hot no matter how you slice it. We go outside for you, look at the sunrise. It was nice. We have temperatures now in the 60s after being in the 50s and 40s this morning. We're already seeing a giant warm up, and it's only been a few hours now. 67 in New Braunfels, 60 in Seguin, 61 Bernie, 55 still in Kerrville, but that number is rising quickly, and it's all because we have dry air. Dew points make all the difference here. When you have dry air, it heats up and cools down so efficiently. And we had that blast of drier air come in yesterday. So dew points are in the 40s, and I don't expect them to rise at all. In fact, they'll be going down some today. So that's why we're going to see those giant swings in temperature. Now, as we go forward in time, the dew point does rise. Tomorrow, a little higher, but still probably not noticeable. But as you get into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when you start to feel the moisture coming back. And this is a good thing, actually, because could lead to some rain. We'll have some good Gulf moisture coming in. We'll have some Pacific moisture in the upper levels. and that should lead to some isolated showers and storms. But let's get to the weekend first. This is what everyone's excited about, right? 93 on Saturday, another near record high. The record is 92, so we could easily beat that record. Sunday, we'll get some increasing clouds, and that should bring temperatures down ever so slightly. 88 on your Sunday. We're going to keep rain out of the weekend forecast. Here's a satellite picture, and I know it's kind of hard to see because it's still early, but we did have some patchy fog and maybe some low cloud zero on the coast. Nothing here in San Antonio. But as we look out to the south and west with water vapor, you'll notice we've got what looks like a lot of cloud cover here. That is moisture. That is moisture from Hurricane Norma, which is sitting down here off the west coast of Mexico. Not as good looking as it was yesterday. Looks a little more ragged, probably starting to weaken some. But this is still a powerful hurricane. And winds right now are still very strong, 115 miles per hour, gusting to 140. This moves slowly to the north, and as we've been discussing the last couple of days, moves into Mexico, weakens. Some of the remnants of Norma will work into South Texas, some of the moisture, and that will give us some rain chances, I think, on Monday. So we're going to go back just a little bit. So let's go to Sunday at 5 o'clock. We're already getting some of those high clouds from Norma. And then as we get into Monday, some of that moisture tries to work in, and I think we'll have a chance for some showers and storms Monday afternoon. Then we'll watch this little area of low pressure off the coast of California. That works a little closer to us on Tuesday. It may just kind of sit there for a couple days. If it does, then we'll have some isolated to scattered showers and storms Tuesday, Wednesday, probably into Thursday. This is not widespread rain. This is not drought-busting rain. It'll just be kind of the hit or miss type stuff, but good to see it in the forecast. So here it is laid out in the 7-day. 93 Saturday, 88 Sunday, as we said. Got some record-breaking temperatures next couple days, and then we get into the rain chances Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hard to kind of pinpoint which day would be the best opportunity for rain, but again, it's there most of next week, and temperatures cool down because of the cloud cover.
That's what matters. It's okay if it's humid and a little bit warmer if we get rain.
If we get rain, and we need it so desperately.
So bad, so bad. And it looks like it's more widespread.
Maybe a little bit. It's still going to be one of those situations where you got to kind of get lucky. You got to be one of the lucky ones, but 30%. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
918, 67 degrees.
Residents in the Westwood Square neighborhood say there are a lot of problems with the Las Palmas H-E-B they shop at. When we come back, what our reporter found at the store and how H-E-B is responding to the issue.
Welcome back. It's 9:21. If you missed it on Wednesday, we kicked off a new series here at KSAT called Know My Neighborhood.
Yeah, each month we're going to focus on one specific neighborhood in our area, highlighting the good and the bad with residents that are living there.
Yeah, we began the series focusing on the Westwood Square neighborhood. That's near Highway 90 and Castroville Road on the city's west side. One of the stories we did in that area had to do with the Las Palmas H-E-B.
People told us about the old infrastructure and even old food. After doing some shopping and taking people's concerns directly to H-E-B, Avery Everett found an even bigger issue in the Westwood Square: food insecurity.
A lot under construction, now causing a new disruption to shoppers at the Las Palmas H-E-B. At the front of the grocery store on the corner off Castroville and General McMullen is a lot soon to be resurfaced. But neighbors of Westwood Square say what's going on outside is nothing compared to what's happening behind those doors.
When we buy something from the H-E-B, we want to make sure when we take it home and feed our families that they're not going to get sick from the food.
Reports of food past its best by date, empty shelves, and old infrastructure.
Oh, yes. Yes, especially in the produce area.
We wanted to check on this for ourselves, and within a 15-minute trip, we were able to find more than $40 worth of food past its best by, use by, or sell by date. Now, some of these products, like the raw chicken and the vegetables, were only a couple of days past, but others, like these dairy products, well, they expired back in August. And we wanted to check several other H-E-B stores across the San Antonio area to see if this is a common issue, but none others had quite this volume. I took these concerns to H-E-B, speaking directly with the Public Affairs Department via email. On 5 separate occasions during our correspondence, I asked them to comment on the food past its best if used by date. I never got a direct response to those concerns. Instead, a spokesperson with H-E-B sent us the following statement, highlighting H-E-B's efforts, saying they go beyond providing fresh and quality products. In that statement, they did confirm that the Las Palmas location is on the list for renovation and enhancement projects, but they couldn't tell me when, as there is no timeline. Still, this is something neighbors are holding on to, knowing it's their only grocery store in more than a mile trip.
There's really not a lot in the way of grocery stores.
In the meantime, nonprofits are focused on fighting the bigger issue in their own backyard: food insecurity. The Madonna Center partners with the San Antonio Food Bank to help distribute food to those in need.
The need is still here. The children are still here. Families are still here. Seniors are still here.
Through boxes and meals, leaders hope they're helping the community. But they say this isn't the end-all solution.
We're filling the gaps, right? But we don't have the food resources to solve that long term.
The food bank says barriers to food, like income and geography, are on the list as to why Westwood Square is often seen as food insecure.
Food is medicine, it's culture, it's tradition, it's love. And when a community doesn't have access to that, they feel alone, they feel forgotten.
With the Las Palmas location set to see more improvements soon, Westwood Square is left waiting.
Once again, that was Avery Everett reporting. Now, she has followed up with HEB several times about the Las Palmas store. And their recent most statement, HEB said that there is no timeline for any updates to be done.
And this, of course, is a story that we will continue to follow. It's also just one of many stories we did as part of Know My Neighborhood, Westwood Square Feeling Forgotten. You can watch this entire episode right now on KSAT.com.
Jesse Dago-Yato did a great piece on the history of that area. We also did stories on the Pedro Romero pedestrian bridge that was knocked down earlier this year and how Kennedy High School plays an important role in boosting the area.
So many good stories. You can watch it all again on KSAT.com and stay tuned for our next Know My Neighborhood episode next month.
All right, it is now 9:25 and 67 degrees. A lot more coming up on GMSA at 9.
Including how health officials are warning about this flu season, that it could be more active than years past, why they say that is, and how you can protect yourself.
All right, we're going to also look at what's ahead sports-wise this weekend. We'll preview our BGC Game of the Week tonight, plus a look ahead at Game 5 of the ALCS. The fall virus season is here. You got your Kleenex?
Not right now.
Okay.
Don't sneeze on me.
Health officials are warning this flu season could be more active than years past.
Yeah, KSAT 12 producer Haley Powers explains why that is and how the flu vaccine could save you a trip to the hospital.
With the seasons changing and the temperature cooling down, people are spending more time together inside, and that means germs.
Really important for everyone to protect themselves, to protect their family members, to try to make it a less serious illness if you do get it.
The flu season is already here, and health officials say since the Southern Hemisphere had a bad season, we could have one too. They also say the flu vaccine will not prevent you from getting sick.
It can reduce your chances of getting it if you're exposed. Most importantly, it significantly reduces your chance of going to the hospital. And we have good studies now that show that if you end up in the hospital, you're less likely to go to the ICU and you're less likely to die.
The flu vaccine works by exposing your body to parts of the virus. Then your body generates antibodies to fight the flu. Those antibodies can last for months.
The flu vaccine actually has 4 strains of virus in it to try and provide broader protection. So there's 2 A strains and 2 B strains.
On top of the flu, COVID-19 is still around. The most updated COVID-19 vaccine is recommended to anyone over 6 months of age. And the best part, you can get both the flu and the COVID vaccine at the same time.
If you put something off, quite often it doesn't happen, right? So if you're going to get one vaccine, you can get all of them at the same time.
Lastly, RSV. This illness usually impacts babies and adults over the age of 60. The virus is the most common reason babies are hospitalized during the winter. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Tomorrow, University Health is hosting a drive-through flu shot event. You can get your flu shot at the Ferris Athletic Complex from 8 in the morning until noon. And remember, that complex is over at 1604, just north of Bandera Road.
However, the COVID vaccine will not be given out at this event. You will have to get that elsewhere, but you can learn more about this flu shot event by going to our website, ksat.com.
And if you don't have a Kleenex, remember your elbow.
Right.
Sneeze into your elbow, cough into your elbow.
Or sprint away.
Or sprint away. Just don't sneeze on anybody, don't cough on anybody.
That's the scene. All right, let's get Justin to talk about the weather so we can stop being awkward about this.
I mean, give me some good advice, I guess. Let's take a look at a KSAT Connect picture. This is beautiful this morning. We've got beautiful sunrise, Cielo Ranch overlooking Camp Boas. It is nice. It honestly was really nice this morning. We had temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Felt like it was going to be a great day. And now temperatures are really starting to warm up. We're already near 70. It's going to be a hot afternoon. Pollen count is in. Molds, ragweed, pigweed, fall elm, all there. But nothing's very high. Everything's in the low category, at least for now. And as we look at the forecast for today, lots of sun. 86 noontime. As you pick up the kiddos from school today, know that it will be in the 90s, shorts and t-shirt weather for sure. That'll be the case tomorrow, too. We do have a few changes, though, as we head into the weekend, at least the latter part of the weekend, and next week with some rain chances coming back into play. We're also going to look at the lake levels for you coming up here in just a few minutes. They continue to go down, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Top stories we're working on this morning. 2 San Antonio police officers are in the hospital after being shot during a domestic dispute call. And according to jail records and a source, we now know the suspect's name. He is 40-year-old Jesus Prado. SAPD Chief William McManus says the shooting started around 7:30 last night at Alta Puerta. That's on the city's northeast side. McManus says the 2 officers who were shot were the first 2 to get to that scene. He says the suspect went to a home to get his children. We're told he got into a fight with someone at the house, and then the chief says he started to douse the home with gasoline and threatened to set it on fire. When officers arrived, police say he began firing a long gun, hitting 2 of the officers, one 3 times and the other once, both expected to be okay.
A downtown motel is being used as a homeless shelter, but the need is so great, the shelter is moving to a bigger hotel. Yesterday, City Council approved a $15.9 million plan to make that happen. City Hall reporter Garrett Berger shows us how this will help more people.
For about a year and a half, Jenny Roman has lived at Sam Ministries' Low Barrier Shelter, which it runs out of a leased motel downtown on East Houston and Bowie.
Before I was depressed and stuff like that, and I came here and I'm happy, I take care of myself.
Before this, she was living out of her car. Next month, she'll be headed to her own place at Town Twin Village, a permanent supportive housing option for people 50 and older.
A table and the plate and patio.
Sam Ministries uses this downtown shelter to get chronically homeless people off the street and hopefully into somewhere else long term.
Our success rate has been about 36% of the individuals that are coming into the shelter are moving into a permanent housing solution. And while that sounds low, it's above the national average for this client population.
Now Sam Ministries will check its shelter into a new hotel. The city has agreed to lease the Holiday Inn on Cesar Chavez in Santa Rosa for 2 years at $8.8 million. And it will give Sam Ministries $7.1 million to run it.
The city was originally looking to just add a second location, but they decided after they found this one that it would be easier to run one big shelter than 2 small ones.
The current shelter has 45 rooms, but they'll soon have more than 4 times that.
We were planning on getting to about 130 rooms with 2 facilities, and this gets us to 200.
The city has set a goal of getting 400 people off the street, and this shelter is a key part of that.
The average person stays about 100 days, so we could potentially have 2 to 3 groups of people that go through that sheltering.
Sam Ministries hopes to transition its current clients to the new spot by Thanksgiving and ramp up to the full 200 rooms over the course of a few months. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
There is a lot of uncertainty for families who have kids in Edgewood ISD. There are plans to close some of the campuses, but it's unclear which ones or even how many.
District staff are going to the community for answers. Our Patty Santos attended the first of 3 community meetings last night at Kennedy High School, where the recommendations were announced.
As a community, we need to stick together.
There was disappointment, but still a lot of Edgewood ISD pride as community members learned the district cannot afford to keep all 22 of its campuses open. That's thanks in part to a drop in student enrollment.
We had to do a deficit budget this year just to give raises and keep up with insurance costs.
We had to consider our challenges. The district made public 11 recommendations that would include the closure of several schools. The closures are not finalized, but the district's proposal names as many as 10 campuses. Some in the community say they were alarmed by what they believe is a quick process.
Why wasn't the community notified a lot sooner? Why did it take so long to create these recommendations?
You're giving too much information for people if this is the first time they come here to digest and to give you ideas. So we need to slow down a little bit. If this changes have to happen, I mean, we're going to have to make the best of it and make the best decisions.
Given the nearly 60 charter schools around the district and the talk of state school vouchers.
So today you're going to hear a multitude of information.
Superintendent Eduardo Hernandez says timing is crucial, and he says any approved closures will happen over several years. Hernandez says the focus is on saving quality programs and teacher retention.
This is a change, and we know that in any change, it affects people in a way that affects them emotionally in their heart.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
The next community meeting will be this evening at the Fine Arts Academy Theater from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. There will also be another one on Monday. A committee will take public comments into consideration and then make recommendations for the school board to vote in November.
It is now 9:37, 69 degrees.
You are watching GMSA at 9. And when we come back, Sarah Costa shows us how the Hondo Garden Club is giving back to their community.
And we'll have some sports coming up after weather and a look ahead to tonight's big matchup between the Smithson Valley Rangers and Bernie Champion. It is our BGC Game of the Week. Oh, it's Zoo Cam time.
Ooh, it's Zoo Cam time.
What do we got?
I get to do this. What do we have?
Where are they?
Oh, the cranes.
Oh,
they're in the very back. They're hanging out.
Well,
they're just trying to make it hard for us.
If the whooping crane didn't want to be seen, then it worked.
They're playing hide and seek. We can check back.
Whatever happened to the hippos? Are they swimming or
They're
something?
still
What are
there.
hippos doing? Huh?
They're still there.
The producer says they're swimming and they're way deep in the pool and we can't see them.
All right, they're hiding. We'll be right back.
If you've ever taken a drive and headed westbound on US Highway 90 and driven through the town of Hondo, you may have noticed the cozy cottage house called the Hondo Garden Club Thrift Shop.
You'd be surprised what people donate. It's unbelievable. Everything in here was donated, and we process it.
Inside of the cottage, you'll find gently used clothes for adults and children, dinnerware, books, and antiques. The thrift shop is one of the many ways the Hondo Garden Club has been raising money for 75 years to give back to the community.
Sometimes we pull in $1,000 a week, so that's not bad, So we have that money to give back.
Lee Taylor is a former president of the club and current president of the Texas Garden Clubs. She says the Garden Club is so much more than a club just for gardening.
It makes me feel more connected completely, to everything. It's just like our own little support group. If we have problems or things happen, it's just we all band together.
Current president Mindy Coyne says they have common interests, a love for gardening and helping the community.
We love nature, we love helping our community, and we get a lot of joy working together to make the community more beautiful, and it makes us feel more proud of Hondo.
The club has done so much for the Hondo community, from beautifying areas like local elementary schools and the football stadium with pocket gardens, to giving back scholarships and donating to hundreds of organizations in Hondo over their 75 years. Coyne says to join them, you don't even have to know how to garden, because to them, it's so much more than just gardening.
A lot of people say, I don't want to be in the garden club. I don't know anything about gardening. I say, you don't have to. If you like helping the community and working hard, then come on in. We'll teach you about gardening.
If you want to meet the Hondo Garden Club or visit their thrift shop, they're open every Thursday from 1 to 5 right off US 90. Happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Gardening, you need some rain.
They do.
You
Could use some.
need some rain.
I was pretty proud. My flowers all of a sudden started blooming. I actually sent some pictures to Sarah to show her to prove that I kind of have a green thumb. Not really, but kind of.
Enough.
The recent rains helped, but now we're getting back to that situation again where we need some more. So let me show you the lake levels. This is always an important gauge here. Amistad, 31%. That's super low. It's down 52 feet. Medina, look, we know where it's been. It's been a couple of years now where it has been very, very low, 4%. Still falling, technically, but there's not much water left to lose. Canyon Lake, still at a record low, 64%. It continues to fall, down 19 feet. And Choke Canyon, 26%. These numbers are bad. There's no other way to put it. And some rain would be great. I think that we'll have some chances next week, but not until Monday, because we have a ridge of high pressure that is built over kind of the west and a middle part of the country. And this is what's going to bring some serious heat today. We're forecasting 94 here in San Antonio, one of the hottest places in the country, but not the hottest, because I'm sure your eye caught Phoenix there, 104. That's the forecast there today. They've had above average temperatures most of the year too, so they're kind of in the same boat we are, but a little bit hotter. You got the cooler weather with the trough out to the west, 66 in New York City, 73 Washington, D.C., so the heat's really kind of centered right here over the west and Texas and the plains. 93 the forecast night Bernie today, 97 in New Braunfels, 96 in Seguin, 94 Gonzales. And as we go outside for you right now, 65. Kind of hard to imagine that we'll get there this afternoon, but it's all because of the dew point. When you have a dew point this low, you can see those cool morning lows and then really hot afternoon highs, and that's exactly what we're going to be dealing with today. Dew points are in the 40s, basically everywhere, and these numbers probably fall off a little bit more, so it's going to be extremely dry. Humidity levels will be very low today. And as we look at the satellite picture, we've got some high clouds trying to drift in and out of Mexico, and I think you'll see a little bit more of that tomorrow, and then for sure on Sunday as Pacific Hurricane Norma here gets a little bit closer. Right now, she's looking a little more ragged. Yesterday, a very picturesque hurricane. You could tell this was a massive major hurricane. It's going to start the weekend. Right now, winds are at 115 miles per hour, gusting to 140. As it does, it will affect Cabo. It'll bring some heavy rain and probably some winds there. But as it moves into Mexico, it's a rain event here. And of course, you have to worry about west coast of Mexico here, some of the mudslides and things like that once you get some heavy rain. For our purposes, we'll get some of the moisture and some of that energy moving into South Texas. I will bring us some rain chances, but I think that probably arrives Monday, as I said. So as we look at the forecast here, we'll fast forward to Monday at 5 o'clock. Some of that energy is starting to work in. We'll get isolated showers and storms. Beyond that, we'll still have some lingering moisture, but we'll get an area of low pressure that moves in from the west. There's still some questions as to whether or not this just moves through or kind of sits out to the west. Either way, I think we have some rain chances on Tuesday and probably Wednesday. And if it lingers out west, then probably even into Thursday, we'll have some isolated showers and storms. This kind of setup is not a steady rain all day, every day. It's the isolated stuff that pop up, hit or miss type activity that we know so well. So here it is in the 7-day forecast. 94 today, that's a record, by the way. 93 tomorrow, probably a record. 88 Sunday, increasing clouds, and then you get the rain chances Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And with the added clouds, that should keep temperatures in check. Mid-80s expected next week.
Not bad high school football Friday night weather either. Thanks, Justin. The big game at our big game coverage tonight is going to be between the 6-1 Smithson Valley Rangers and the 6-1 Bernie Champion Chargers. It's a key District 12 5A Division I contest. The Rangers are ranked number 5 in 12's top 12, 6A 5A rankings, and they are 4-0 in district. They lost their first game of the season, 17-16 to Reagan, and then they've ripped off 6 wins in a row since. Champions 6-1 overall and 3-1 in district. And they are coming off their first loss of the season, falling to Wagner 34-21. So this is a huge matchup. Smithson Valley at Bernie Champion tonight, 7 o'clock. Rangers lead the all-time series 1-0, beating the Chargers last season. All right, so we've got some big college games for you coming up this weekend. UTSA kicks off at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Texas and Houston, they're at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And Justin can take a breather this weekend because A&M has a bye. You okay, Justin? Oh, but Tech is playing BYU, too. The Spurs starting 5 Wednesday night. It's going to be their starting 5 next week. The regular season tips off. That's what Greg Popovich tells us, the Spurs head coach. So you've got Victor Wembanyama, Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, Devin Vassell, and Jeremy Sohan. He's going to be your point guard. Very tall starting 5, ranging from 6'5" all the way up to 7'3" or 7'4" or 7'5", whatever kind of shoes Wimby's wearing that day. It depends on how tall he is. They can shoot, they can all defend, and that's exactly what the Spurs are going to be all about this season. So that's going to be fun to watch. They will wrap up the preseason tonight against the Golden State Warriors in California. That tips off at 9 o'clock. Then the regular season tips off next Wednesday right here in San Antonio. All right, Major League Baseball playoffs, Astros Rangers, Game 4, ALCS. Astros got off to a fast start, really faster than fast. In the top of the first, they had 3 runs before they had 1 out. That's pretty fast. things settled in for a few innings. Rangers actually nickeled and dimed their way back into the game. They tied it at 3. Then the Astros let it fly again. In the 4th, the Astros scored 4 more. They got homers from Jose Abreu and Chas McCormick last night. They won it 10-3, so that means Game 5 is tonight, actually this afternoon at about 4:07.
Okay.
And that one will be in Arlington as well. And then the series will shift to Houston. But tonight it's the Game 1 starter, Verlander. Justin Verlander is going to start for the Astros. And then Montgomery's going to start for the Rangers. And if you watched Game 1, did you watch Game 1?
Yes.
You did? So then you know Montgomery
Yes.
shut down the Astros for like 6 1/3 or something like that. He went like deep into the game.
Yes, my
And he
husband's
shut 'em
a
down.
Rangers fan.
Is he really?
So
So he was loving that.
It's a happy house when they win, so come on.
So it's not so happy today.
Not so happy.
Last night was not a happy hour.
No. Let's move on. It's 9:51, 71 degrees. We'll be right back.
I'm making sugar skulls. The sugar skull represents your loved one that has passed away. And you decorate them with glitter, with feathers, colored foil, and you write the name of your deceased loved one on the forehead of it. And the reason that they're made of sugar is so that when you go to the gravesite, which is traditionally where you would place them, that the ants or the rain will eventually wash it all away, symbolizing the temporary status of life. We believe that as long as you're remembered in life, you're not dead. But what I do is I put about 5 pounds of sugar and 5 tablespoons of meringue powder. If you're gonna color it, this is where you would add the color. So once you have the sugar and the meringue powder mixed, you're gonna put in some water. And very little water is required. I get like a little thing like this and then just put it in tablespoon at a time, and it starts to get that kind of wet sand feeling. And once it sticks together like this, that's how you know it's ready. A sugar skull mold should have 2 pieces, the front of the skull and the back. You pack the sugar into the mold very tightly. You take a piece of cardboard and smooth out that part and then gently lift off. Sugar skulls were originally done when the Spanish came over and they showed the natives how to do sugar art. So I leave them for 24 hours to dry. I like to keep everything edible as I get some royal icing. It's basically what pastry chefs use as glue. And there you go. And you've made a sugar skull.
All right, 72 degrees out there right now. Now actually 74. We're going to be up around 94 this afternoon. A record, old record set back in 1979. We'll probably break a record tomorrow too. I know that's not what you want to hear. Good news though is it does cool down some next week. We get some rain chances back in the forecast.
Kick summer out.
Get it out of here.
Get out. Go
You know
on,
what they
get
say, Justin? Records were made to be broken.
That's true.
It's fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for dealing with us.
See you back here at noon.